once, here to dance, don't forget it. So you know it's only right, that's how we hit it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up.
Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Los Angeles Rams and the Dallas Cowboys. Now, this thing gets marked where it went out of bounds, so they're going to have really good starting field position near midfield. Pollard going to try the right side. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
2nd and 9 now. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So the penalty rightfully declined. They'll keep the yardage on the completion.
Still some disagreement by the defense, though, because he thought that was just good, strong coverage, and the contact's going both ways, so why is there a flag? In the end, though, doesn't matter. Still a completed pass.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Finding Williams once more, complete. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Let's go now.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll look to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. A first down throw for Prescott. And he's got his big tight end here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. Up the middle, it's Vaughn. Down right around the 25. So third down, and defensively, the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. They'll set up a throw. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They'll look to throw again. Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the Cowboys' 26-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man. It's Higbee complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Williams hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the offense is able to pounce on it inside the 5-yard line. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball.
He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Rams are back within a score. No problem there on the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. The slot man in motion right. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. The partner of this offense, 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
Cameron Sutton on the tackle. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. From the red zone now, Prescott rolling to his left. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They've moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up for the 1st and goal.
Escaping the pressure right. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And not a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal, a loss of 6, and now it's 3rd down. Now Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. Gonzalez able to tackle on the PAT. And it's now 21-7. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football. Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Prescott now. This is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, he's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll drop to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. There he goes, left side. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses them about 4 yards. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt, Charles, with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort with the mistakes that happen. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. James Robinson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
A gain of 30. And the Rams first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's caught by Myers. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 21 yards. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Ready? 18 Ramblers.
They'll throw now on the final play. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Calvin Joseph. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick-6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. If you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
The first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Looking to throw. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Okay, ready? 50 Ranger.
He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Gain of 30. First down, Rams.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Calvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Out of his end zone, Prescott.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
And they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Open man layup. It's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Fights through it.
88 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Prescott on first down.
Man open downfield is Gallup. He's got it.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll run left with Pollard. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Prescott off play action. Rolling to his right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble draw. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Here's Pollard again. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Prescott. And it's caught. And he's brought down. 10 more there and another 1st down. Now here's Pollard. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Cowboys go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for them. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Rams.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And the Rams first down.
Back to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Trap 50, trap 50.
They're going to look to throw. That's caught left side. Myers with it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 14. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
79 Broncos.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Rams get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit. The extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Off the play fake, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. Touchdown! Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He's got another first down, and he's also just a few yards short of 200 for the ball game. They'll look to throw. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Rams.
Back to throw again. That'll be caught. It's Kupp.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Come 19.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not...
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Vaughn on 1st and 10.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Gonzalez now to have the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never do this type of situation again.
So they lost yardage and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing here, Prescott. And he's he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Prescott.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And the Rams are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Rams.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And now here's another interception.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Gonzalez to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps in. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. And that one is his 2nd fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there's no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense. And they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Cowboys, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Rams, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.